All right, let's jump right into this. Imagine you're an Airbnb host, okay? And you're seeing a good amount of interest. Those inquiry notifications, they're popping up, but they just aren't, converting into actual bookings. It's almost like you're setting out these amazing appetizers, but no one's sticking around for the main course. Does that feeling kind of hit home for you?
It's a surprisingly common spot to be in, actually, even for hosts who have genuinely fantastic properties. Our sources for this deep dive, they suggest the real key isn't always about the physical property itself. It often comes down to that very first message you send, that initial contact. It can make or break everything.
That's exactly what we're digging into today. We're doing a deep dive into this specific formula. It comes from an Airbnb property manager, someone with over 10 years of experience, managing 50-plus properties in Kavala, Greece. And they claim this particular message template, you can get properties fully booked within 24 hours. The source we're looking at, the Airbnb message that gets me fully booked in 24 hours, promises to turn those maybe guests into booked guests. Pretty bold claim.
Yeah, it is. So our mission for you today is really to pull apart the core psychology behind it and the precise structure of this message, this really effective message. We want to show you not just what you should say, but more importantly, why it works, on that deeper level. And then how you can adapt these ideas to, pretty much any communication you have.
Okay, to really set the scene, let's look at a real example from the source. The property manager talks about this host, Maria, right? Property in Paramos. Just 3 months back, Maria was struggling. Really struggling, like a 23% booking conversion rate, which is low.
Oof.
Guests would ask questions, she'd reply, and then nothing. Just crickets, silence.
And Maria's situation, it really highlights this common challenge, doesn't it? Getting attention, getting those inquiries, that's one hurdle. But converting that interest into actual action, that's a whole different ballgame. Her experience really underscores how critical that initial interaction truly is.
But here's where it gets really interesting. After Maria started using this specific message template, the one we're about to break down her conversion rate, it just skyrocketed. We're talking 78% within 2 weeks.
Wow, 78%.
Yeah, her property went from 60% occupancy to fully booked. For the next 3 months, that's not just a little bump, that's a complete turnaround.
It really is. And that kind of dramatic shift, it naturally makes you ask, what's the secret sauce here? Yeah. What's really going on? The source hammers this point home. It's not just what you say, it's much more about how you make them feel.
Okay, so the psychology, what are we actually talking about here? What are the pillars?
Well, after looking at, get this, over 3,000 guest conversations, this property manager identified 3 key psychological triggers, things that consistently lead to bookings. First, instant trust. Guests have to feel confident right off the bat that you're reliable, you're professional.
Makes sense.
Second, personal connection. They need to feel you genuinely care about their specific situation, their needs, not just, their credit card number. And third, clear next steps, the path to actually booking. It has to feel super easy, almost effortless, obvious.
Right, so less transactional, more relational from the very first word.
Exactly. You're shifting the dynamic immediately.
Okay, let's unpack this template then. The source gives a pretty exact structure. Let's walk through it piece by piece, talk about why each part works, starting with the subject line.
Right. The subject line they suggest is, your perfect Kavala getaway awaits. It's inviting, sets a really positive, kind of aspirational tone, helps it stand out.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, then comes the personalization hook. This is where you grab a specific little detail from their message or maybe their profile. The template suggests saying something like, I noticed you mentioned this specific detail. That's fantastic, because then you add some relevant local insight or personal touch. It immediately shows, hey, actually read your message.
And that's huge, isn't it? It instantly creates that personal connection we talked about. It shows you're paying attention, that you care, which, builds trust right away, especially online where things can feel so anonymous.
Then there's the confidence builder. This part positions you as the local expert, and it cleverly uses social proof. The template gives this example. As someone who's been hosting here for X years, I can promise you're going to fall in love with some specific local gem. Just last week, a guest from maybe a similar place or situation to them told me it was exactly what we didn't know we were looking for.
That's smart. If we look at the psychology, people really trust what others like them have experienced and enjoyed. It's called social proof. So that line, it taps right into that. It makes the potential guest feel safer, more secure about choosing your place without you sounding like you're bragging.
Yeah, totally. Okay, next up, and this is crucial, I think, the specific benefits section. Instead of just listing features, we have Wi-Fi, AC, a balcony, you connect those amenities directly to their needs, what they mentioned or what you can infer. The source gives examples like benefit #1, linked to their needs. Benefit #2, linked to their needs. So if they said they have toddlers, maybe you highlight, hey, our balcony has baby-safe gates. Or if they're on a work trip, you point out the dedicated workspace with super fast Wi-Fi.
Right. This is a really important distinction, isn't it? Are you just describing your house, or are you solving their specific problem or fulfilling their specific desire? This section flips the script from here's what I've got to here's how I can help you have a better trip. Much more powerful.
Definitely. After that, the template suggests offering local insider value. The example they use is pretty cool. Offering your personal hidden Kavala guide, maybe with a secret beach spot that, only locals know about.
Oh, people love that stuff. Everyone wants to feel like they're getting an inside scoop, something special. That guide, it costs you basically nothing to offer, maybe a bit of time to put together initially, but it massively increases the perceived value. And it builds rapport, makes you seem generous.
It's a great touch. Okay, finally, there's the soft urgency plus easy next step. The template suggests something like, I do have one other family looking at these exact dates, but I'd really love to hold this space for you if you're ready to move forward. Would you like me to send over the booking link, or maybe you have a few more questions first? And the source stresses, only use that other family line if it's actually true. Keep it honest.
Yeah, authenticity is key there. But see how it works. It's not pushy, it's not aggressive. It just creates a gentle reason to make a decision sooner rather than later. But it still gives them an easy out, or do you have more questions? It respects their process.
So it's a well thought out structure. And look, this isn't just theory. The source provides some pretty stunning results from using this across their 50+ properties. Average time from response to booking dropped from over 2 days down to just 4.2 hours.
Wow, that's fast.
Insanely fast. Conversion rate jumped from 31% up to 76%. Guest satisfaction scores hit an average of 4.89 out of 5. And get this, repeat bookings went up by 34%.
Those numbers, they really speak for themselves, don't they? It just shows the massive impact that really intentional, personalized communication can have, especially in a market as crowded as Airbnb. It proves that focusing on that guest experience, right from the very first message, leads to real, tangible business results.
So what's the takeaway for you listening right now? You can't just, copy and paste this exact message. That kind of misses the point. The source lays out 3 non-negotiable rules for customization. First, make it genuinely personal. If someone mentions it's their 25th anniversary, don't just ignore that. Mention the romantic sunset views from the local fortress. If they're bringing teens, maybe point out the beach volleyball courts nearby.
Right, tailor it.
Second, keep local insights specific. Don't just say there are great restaurants. No, say Maria's Taverna down the road. Best grilled octopus in town. Ask for table 7, it's by the window, great harbor view. Be specific.
That adds so much more value.
And third, match their communication style.
Right.
If their inquiry is super formal, keep your reply professional. If they're using emojis and exclamation points, mirror that energy a bit. People connect with hosts who feel like them.
That's such a good point. It builds subconscious rapport. So this also brings up the question, what are the common mistakes? What kills conversions even if you try to personalize? The source flags a few big ones like the feature list versus the benefit connection. We touched on this. Don't just list Wi-Fi AC, connect it. You mentioned working remotely. Our office space has fiber internet. A&D overlooks the sea. Best Zoom background ever. Yeah, that's way better. Another one, the generic response versus the personal touch. Avoid the bland, thanks for your interest, yes, it's available. Try something like, oh, I see you're visiting from Berlin. Cool. My guests from Germany often love how different our Greek island pace feels perfect for really unplugging.
Nice. Connects on a different level.
Exactly. And finally, the question bombardment versus helpful guidance. Don't hit them with arrival time, number of people, need parking, all at once. Instead, offer reassurance. Once you book, I'll send a quick arrival guide with everything, but don't worry, I make check-ins super easy.
Smooths the process. Okay, now here's something I found really useful in the source. It offers variations. It shows how this basic approach can adapt. For instance, for last-minute bookings. Maybe something like, hey, just had a cancellation for next week. And honestly, might be the perfect spontaneous trip you need. Weather looks amazing, and Kavala in August has this incredible vibe.
Creates excitement, leverages the spontaneity.
Right. For repeat inquiries. Welcome back to Kavala. So glad you're thinking of us again. I remember you really loved mentioning a specific detail from their last day. This time, maybe you'd like to try and suggest something new.
Shows you remember them, makes them feel valued.
Totally. And for group bookings, wow, a group your size will have an amazing time here. Just last month, hosted a similar group from maybe their area, and they had a blast still talking about their beach volleyball tournament.
Again, social proof, relatable experience. It's very adaptable.
So what happens if, after sending this brilliant message, you still hear nothing? They don't respond. What then? The source actually covers this too, with a simple follow-up sequence for if they don't reply within, say, 24 hours.
Yeah, it's a really gentle nudge. The suggested subject is just one quick question about your Kavala trip, non-threatening. And the message itself is designed to be helpful, not pushy. Something like, hey, just wanted to make sure my first message didn't get lost in your inbox. Totally understand decisions like this take time. I am holding those dates for you until tomorrow evening, just FYI. But really, is there anything specific you'd like to know about the area, the property that might help you decide? No pressure at all, just want to make sure you have all the info you need.
It's perfect, isn't it? It's soft, it gives a gentle deadline, but it's framed as being helpful, not aggressive at all. Wow, okay. We've really unpacked a lot today. We've gone from the core psychology driving guest choices all the way to the specific words and structure of a message that can genuinely turn those Airbnb inquiries into confirmed bookings.
Yeah, and if we zoom out, the big takeaway from this deep dive seems crystal clear, doesn't it? After 10 years, 50 properties, thousands of messages, what this manager learned is that guests don't just book places, they book experiences. And crucially, they book with people they trust and feel some kind of connection with.
Exactly. That's why this template works. It treats every single inquiry not just as a potential sale, but as the start of a relationship, however brief. Your place could be stunning, location perfect, amenities amazing, but if that first interaction, that first message, feels cold, generic, or just doesn't land right, none of the other stuff matters nearly as much.
So it really leaves you with a question to ponder, doesn't it? As a host, or really in any communication, are you making the other person feel chosen? Are you building excitement? Are you making them feel deep down that connecting with you, booking with you, working with you, whatever it is the best possible decision they can make right now?
That's the heart of it. Maybe try the 7-day challenge this source suggests. Take these ideas, really customize that template for your situation, test it out on your next few inquiries, and just track what happens. See if you notice a difference. You might just find your booking rate takes off.